Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah.
And I'm Simon. For our second day in Orlando, we are here at the Animal Kingdom, up bright and early since this is one of the parks that open extra early.
Yeah, this one opens, I think, at 8 a.m., Simon, and I think they close really early, too, so we had to get up and head here as early as possible.
Yeah, that's correct, Micah. This is one of those parks that has real live animals, as you can see from the name, Animal Kingdom, and so it has kind of that zoo/theme park mixture to it.
Yeah, it's really great park. I think they did a really good job with how foresty it looks and everything. And for our first location, we're headed over to Pandora Pavilion.
Yeah, it's one of those popular places, I think probably the most popular area in the Animal Kingdom, where you can see kind of all the landscapes and themes from that popular movie, Avatar.
And for our first spot, we head over to Pongu Pongu. And as you can see here, there is a Mac bot here, as you saw it from the movie.
This is a very popular stand here in Animal Kingdom. A lot of different people will come to try just this drink alone. It's very popular for taking photographs and posting it on Instagram and other social media.
And the drink that we had here is called the Night Blossom. I actually had the adult version of this, which included liquor. It is a apple and pear limeade topped with popping boba.
Yeah, I had the same drink, but I had the virgin version of it, which has no alcohol, as I did not want to start my day with alcohol quite yet.
I think this is a great drink to grab and then head over to the line while you go on that next flight of passage.
Yeah, one of the things I really enjoyed, it has a little boba on top, and compared to Star Wars Galaxy, it has a similar drink that has the milk, kind of a milk drink over there. This version for theirs is much more tasty and I think much more well conceived. So I would definitely recommend you have to come in and try this drink when you do get here to the Animal Kingdom.
After we got our drinks, we headed over to the flight of passage for the Avatar ride. It is a very, very, very long line. So grabbing that drink first and heading over to the line made perfect sense.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we did that, because having something to drink as you're walking through the queue, it was really good to have. One of the things about this queue is it's very detailed, so you kind of go through this whole thing of starting outside of Pandora and you go indoors and you kind of see all the interior from things from the movie. It's wonderful to see, but at the same time it is very, very long, so having a drink with you is something I would definitely recommend. And
also to note, there is a bathroom halfway through the line, so that is something you can release yourself of if you did have a drink. So nothing to worry about there. And like Simon said, it is really detailed. There is a lot of little bits and pieces and decorations from the movie itself while you're waiting in line.
And this is one of the most popular rides at the Animal Kingdom, so you definitely want to set aside some time to stand in line and get ready to go on this ride, as I believe most people kind of congregate to this spot here either at the beginning of the day to kind of make sure that they do get a chance to get on it.
And much like soaring around the world, this ride is similar style where you are in a simulation. They do have you connected to a ikran, which is the bird you see here in the shot here. And it's an interesting experience the way that they have you connected to the ikran. You do feel that tingling sensation when you first sit down and get connected. It kind of has like this vibration that goes around your body, and I thought they did a really good job with that touch there.
This is the second time I've actually been to Animal Kingdom for this ride specifically, and I do really enjoy it. It does have that soaring feel, but much more immersive, as you do sit on these kind of simulation pods that kind of turns and twists and kind of makes you feel you're going up and down, left and right through the entire ride. Very, very enjoyable and fun to do. It does have that little bit of motion sickness that you can get because you are kind of in a still spot and there's a screen in front of you. So if you are you're very having issues with motion sickness, if that's something that's really strong for you, I would recommend probably not going on the ride. But if it's just slightly something that you're concerned with, you'll probably be okay with this ride.
I think majority of people should be okay with this ride. Coming from that horrible ride we had at Epcot with the Mission Space, this is nothing as extreme as that one. Or it's really a chill ride. I highly recommend it.
After we finished the Avatar ride, we had to go get something to eat. So we went to the Satuli Restaurant.
Yeah, here at the Satuli Restaurant, you do have to do mobile order. So you have to go either scan the QR code or download the Disney app to make your order.
Yeah, at the time when we were there, we actually went to the front of the entrance, and there was a guy there who said that they wanted us to do the mobile app ordering and then come back through and pick up the food once you've done that.
And for me, I ordered their combination where it's a slow roasted slice grilled beef and chicken option for the base. I chose salad, and for the sauce I chose green onion vinaigrette.
And for what I had for lunch was the cheeseburger steamed pods. They are these bao buns, kind of with the ground beef inside. There's ketchup, mustard, pickle, cheddar cheese, and it's served with vegetable chips and a vegetable slaw.
Yeah, for me, I thought the meat was sliced very well. It was very thin. It was very tender as well. As you enter the restaurant itself to pick up your mobile order, you can see the meat slicing station on the left side as you enter the restaurant. It's very cool to watch too while you pick up your food. The meat itself was so tender, you really don't need a knife to cut through it. And I really do appreciate them putting the sauce on the side, so you can kind of control how much sauce you wanted to add to your food.
And for me, I didn't really enjoy it too much. It was a good attempt at something different, at least for me. The bun wasn't very soft. You could tell it was a little dried out a bit, so not my favorite flavor-wise. It's just was nothing to talk about, nothing to really say in terms of great food. The salad itself, the slaw, it was a bit on the sour side. So overall, I didn't really enjoy the meal. It's something I probably would not get again.
Yeah, I enjoyed mine, no complaints. I definitely would get the same thing again if I was back there. So after lunch there, we headed over to Asia. We walked around a little bit, checking out the sights and sounds of Asia. It was kind of cool. You do see like a monkey or chimpanzee in the Cambodia section too.
And after walking a little bit, we ended up going to Annapurna Ice Cream Truck, and there I ordered a kite tail sundae. The sundae has strawberry and lemon flavored soft serve. It's swirled together and then topped with a white chocolate medallion. Overall, the ice cream was very good. It's your kind of typical soft serve, nice and creamy and soft. The flavors were good. The lemon was a bit on the tart side, so if you enjoy tart, definitely get that. If I had to kind of do it over again, I probably would have just gotten the strawberry by itself, but still, overall, the two mixture together was quite pretty good. So I would definitely recommend come getting this, especially on a hot day. This day we went wasn't quite hot, and the clouds were overcast, and actually the weather was stating that there would be rain coming, so I did want to get this a little bit early so I wasn't eating ice cream in the rain.
So after Simon got his ice cream, we headed over to Africa, and we went over to the Kilimanjaro safari ride to see the animals.
Yeah, this is one of the rides who've been at Animal Kingdom since its inception, and it was one that I really wanted to go on again, since at the time it's a really unique ride where you actually get to drive in and go on this quote-unquote safari and see real animals.
I think this ride, some people did mention that the animals do come out during different times of the day. So some people do recommend coming here right when the park opens. You can go on it as many times as you want. You try going over here a couple of times just to see the different animals. Unfortunately for us, we did come here later in the day, so there were some animals that were already sleeping. I still enjoyed it. You get up close and personal with the animals. I remember in the prior time I visited Animal Kingdom, the ride has changed a little bit. That first time when I came here,
they made the ride have a little more exciting, like it was a ride where you would go through, and at some point during the ride we were chasing after poachers, and so you would kind of do some maneuvers in the safari truck. And now at this new at the current time, it's a little bit different, where it's much more softer ride, where we're just kind of going through and taking a look at the animals itself. So that portion of the ride is no longer there, it's been taken out.
And the driver himself or herself is also your tour guide. So essentially, if you have a good driver, then you also may have a good tour guide who will explain where all the animals are, pointing them out left and right. And also there is a chart above your head with all the different animals from the park, so you do have a good reference of what you're looking at.
And one of the sections I enjoy most, as you can see here, are when you pull up to the giraffes, and you can see how close you can get. The prior time that I was through here, one of the giraffes actually stopped on the road and ended up being right next to our caravan, and so we actually had to stop there, and the giraffe pretty much came and looked at everybody inside, pretty much to the point where you could just touch them, even though we were told not to because you don't want to scare the animals.
Yeah, one thing the tour guide did mention is to keep all your belongings inside the truck. If you do end up dropping your phone or your camera, hey, it's gone. That's to the animals. As the animals do roam around free here, they do cause traffic.
And they have quite a variety of animals. As you can see, giraffes, elephants, hippopotamus, lions, various African animals. And so definitely, if you enjoy animals, it's something that you want to go and watch and experience.
And after the safari ride, we headed over to Tiffins, where we had reservations. This is a very popular restaurant with really great atmosphere of the whole safari.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we had our reservations actually at this time, because the rain started to fall, and as you can see, everybody with their ponchos are actually hoping to go underneath something or go somewhere where they don't get wet.
And here at this restaurant, we had a nice booth seating, so we got to enjoy all the decorations above us and around us.
And many don't know that Disney does do food very well. They do have a really excellent restaurants, and I agree with other people who've tried this restaurant before. This is a very good restaurant. So something that if you really wanted to have kind of a more higher upscale dining than your normal park food, definitely come and try this restaurant.
And at this time, it is the Disney Celebration 50th anniversary. So I was really excited for this restaurant and trying all the Disney 50th limited items there.
Yeah, that was really cool to be able to have these kind of limited one-off menus where, they're going to take it away at some point. So we were lucky that we were here at this time to try this great, wonderful food that they're offering.
And to start off the meal, we had the charred octopus with squid ink aioli. I thought the charred octopus it looked really charred, but in terms of flavor-wise, and knowing how charred octopus is supposed to taste like, I feel like it was a little bit lacking there.
I believe from what I remember, the majority of the flavor actually came from the corn, that it was kind of I don't want to say it was a sauce or anything, but that's where actually a lot of the flavor came from. The octopus itself, it was tender, so that wasn't an issue, but it was pretty bland. So I agree in terms of flavor-wise that eating the octopus and putting the corn and the other various spices from that mixture onto the octopus actually what gave it the flavor that you needed to kind of jumpstart the octopus itself.
Yeah, the octopus definitely was very tender. It doesn't have that rubbery taste that a lot of really bad places make it. It definitely is really nice texture to it, but like I mentioned before, really needs that charred flavor. When you're going to name it charred octopus, you need that charred flavor.
And so the dinners came, and I actually ordered a Tamarind-braised Short Rib. This is a popular dish with many other people who've tried Tiffins. So I wanted to give it a try, and it's something that you would not regret if you enjoy short rib.
And I had the 50th anniversary entree with this veal dish. The veal has the mushroom, ragout, the vegetables, black garlic puree, and it also has the veal demi-glace. The thing here with my dish is when it arrived, it was cooked medium as advertised. It was very tender, great flavor combination with the mushroom and everything, but they did not give me the demi-glace.
And for my tamarind-braised short ribs, it actually came with a parsnip-potato puree, a cauliflower, Cipollini onion, a Medjool date vinaigrette. Substitute that too also with a grilled beef tenderloin if you want, but I did not. I actually had the short ribs itself. It was very good. I am a person who really enjoys tamarind. One of my favorite snacks when I am in Asia is to get pickled tamarind. It's a very delicious, crispy, kind of a tart and sweet snack that I do enjoy eating when I'm there, and so this kind of brought that flavor where it had that sweet and tart together. A very good, nice, tender short rib. Definitely one where you can cut the meat with your knife, or not your knife, your fork, so you don't need a knife. Everything was done really well. One of my favorite dishes that I've had at Disney.
I'm also really grateful for our server. He immediately noticed that my dish was missing the veal demi-glace. So he immediately went back to the kitchen, got me a whole bowl full of it, and I was able to taste it with the veal demi-glace. Honestly, I thought the veal itself was already really good. It was already really tender. It had really good flavor itself, but adding that demi-glace was definitely enhancing the overall flavor and the whole experience of the dish itself. It was not overpowering the veal at all. It was a really great put together dish.
Yeah, this restaurant is very well done with their execution of the food and with the service. Compared to the Coral Reef, which we were at the other day, this is on another level. This is kind of what you kind of expect from Disney since they're so good at doing customer service items. But yeah, this is definitely a restaurant that I would like to come back and try something again.
I agree. I think this is over top surface, exactly what you expect from Disney. Surfer was amazing. He did an amazing job. Yeah, props to him.
So as you can see, we're enjoying our meal, and you can see the various shots that we had, and we wanted to give the credit to the food and how great it was, so we did include as many things as we could to kind of show the quality and the presentation and just how much the care they put into the food they provided at this restaurant.
Yeah, the presentation was really good with this one. Something we didn't really emphasize on, but it has to be mentioned. If you're looking for fine dining and expecting to have that nice presentation, this is definitely a good place to go to.
And of course, we finished the meal off with the 50th anniversary dessert.
Yeah, the 50th anniversary dessert is a chocolate gâteau with almond praline, white chocolate cremose ganache, and chocolate sauce. And one thing to mention is the world map is of chocolate.
And something to kind of note is that the dessert, it actually does contain some alcohol in it.
And also the dessert itself does have a little bit of cayenne pepper, so there is some sort of spice to it. If you're not so much into the spice, you may be taken back a little bit, but it was definitely a nice touch to it.
Yeah, those spice, from what I remember, Micah, they're kind of these spice balls, and you can see them kind of at the bottom where you see these little circular chocolate balls. Those are actually the spice balls. So you can't control how much spice you want, but for many of those who are kind of chocolate connoisseurs, you know that spice and chocolate actually go very well together. And so for myself, even though as many of you may know, I'm not a spicy type of food person, this was actually very good, and it was not too spicy at all.
I also think they did a really good job with this chocolate mousse. Like Simon said, it does contain a little bit of alcohol in it. It's not overly sweet like a lot of Disney desserts are made of, just pure sugar. This one they put a lot of thought into this one.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you are here and you're able to get the 50th anniversary chocolate gâteau dessert, you should order this to give it a try, because once it's gone, they're gonna have to offer something else.
And also the airiness of that sponge, is it like a sponge cake or something, Simon? That thing was really good.
Now our notables from this episode. And for the very first notable, it was the Tamarind-braised Short Ribs from Tiffins Restaurant. A fork, tender, short rib served with the Medjool date vinaigrette. It's a great combination of sour and sweet. Definitely a palate pleaser and something to definitely get if you are going to try Tiffins Restaurant.
As for my notable is the 50th anniversary entree dish with the veal. Very well presented, very pretty to look at. It was cooked medium as advertised. It was very tender, very good flavor, even without the veal sauce. Together, it was a great combination, just enhanced the flavor. Highly recommend this if you can get it.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.